What is up, cjct.online? Thank you for joining me to the last video tutorial of this series. So for this last tutorial special, I'll be teaching you guys one of my favorite projects, one of the codes that I spent a lot of time to come up with, and that is a little Pokemon game simulator on the console. Without further ado, let's get started. Before I type in anything, I just want to say thank you for sticking along till this level 8 video. And if you watched since my level 1 video, I'm truly grateful that you have taken the time, about an hour and say about 2 hours of your time, to listen to me teach you guys some few activities and things you can do on Java. And since this is a lot of coding in this video, I might have to break it into two. Let's just see if that's what I need to do. If I do break it into two, you'll see it a part 1 and a part 2. So all that aside, let's get started. So first thing what you want to do, you want to import 3 new things. So first things first, import java.util.scanner. That's the first thing you want to put in. Next thing you want to import java.util. This is new, alright? Concurrent dot time unit. Yeah? Alright, so now that you've done that, you want to do import java.util.random. Alright, once you've done that, you do your public class, just like always. Open up a curly bracket, and you want to do some public statics. So public, okay, so public static int health equals to 100 for your Pokemon. Next, public static string choice equals to close bracket. Oops, that's outside. So a semicolon outside there. And last, public static. This is where you're going to enter in your Pokemon, your starter Pokemon. So say Charmander. So our first Pokemon is Charmander. Okay. Open up a curly bracket, and you want to do your system output. And well, this is a Charmander voice, char. So once you've done that, you can just copy it to save time. And below this this ending, you can say your next Pokemon, which will be Piplup. And this one, this Pokemon says, I don't know, Piplup, Peep. And you also want to end that, the closing brackets. Next, what you want to do for the last starter Pokemon, say Snivy. And here, maybe let's say Sniff, or something like that. Okay, now that you've done that, what you want to do next is now you want to do your public static void main strings, like always. So you can do public static void main string. Okay, main string args. And here's something new. Throws, you see throws with the capital I, interrupted exception, all in one line together. Okay, I think. Oops. Let's just put this in here. So public static void main strings. Okay, they want us to add another bracket. Alright, so now that you've done this, you want to do your first string. Alright, so you're going to do string name 5 equals to yes. It'll all come together in the console, so just follow along. Now that you've done that, you want to input a scanner in. Alright, so scanner keyboard equals to new scanner in brackets system dot in. Alrighty, semicolon. Now that we've done that, below here you can say system output. So the scanner just allows you to be able to type something in the console. So you can say this Professor Oak, and just like it'll show up like on a DS or something. Welcome, you can say welcome trainer to the world of Pokemon. I am Professor Oak. Before you get started on your adventure, we will make a trainer ID for you. Alright, so this is a pretty fun trainer ID activity as well. So how you want to make your trainer ID is you want to this is just basically a lot of system outputs. So this is basically a lot of system outputs. So system dot out, what is your gender? So this is just what it asks you when you actually play the game. And here you can either say male, or just copy this real quick. Male or female. So it can give you an option. So now you want to do another string name equals to keyboard. So it'll enable the keyboard to let you type in something. So next line. So once this is done, it'll skip over to the next thing that I'm going to show. So system output, and Professor Oak will say awesome. Now you can now do another system output and say what is your name, trainer? So this is going to ask you for the name. Below here you're going to do another string name 2 equals to keyboard dot next line, just like so. Okay, now that you've done that, what is your, add another option to what? Professor Oak. What is your alias, or however you want to say nickname? What is your nickname? So below here, string name 3 equals to keyboard dot next line. So it's gonna ask you, so you can put in your nickname in there. Okay, now I'm gonna show you something pretty cool. You can just leave this blank here, just like that, with a few spaces, and this will create a spacing in the console just to make things look better. Okay, so once you've done that, in here you can now type in what the professor will say, and it'll give you the trainer ID. So here is your trainer ID. Okay, so once you've done that, another system output, and in here you can just type in, like, make something like this, and I'll show you why in a little bit once we've completed everything, because this is how the trainer ID will look like. So the first thing that'll show up in our trainer ID will be the name. So you can do name, and over here you want to type outside of your quotations. Okay, so outside the quotation you want to do name to, or whatever you named this one to. What is your name, trainer? So you want to do that, name to. Okay, oops, you want to do a plus symbol as well. That's why it's not running. Okay, so now you can say name, and then the ID will give you whatever you put here. So next, what you want to do is for the alias. So you can just copy that, and then in here you can write, let's say, AKA name 3. So next, what you want to do is another system outprint. You can do this will give an ID number. Okay, in this ID number you can keep everything in the inside, and you can basically write anything you want, any random number. So you can just write just like, you know, it can be anything basically. So this is our ID number. This is just random, so you can do any number you want. Another system outprint, similar to what we did here. So now that that's done, what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna copy this line so it's easier for me. What you're gonna do below here, after you've done that line, Professor Oak, may the future be in your favorite trainer. So now that first part section is done. What you want to do next is you want to do this thing, which is similar, which was space everything out. So once you run it through your console, it'll space everything out, so it'll look better. So you can do about, let's say like around 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now that you've done all of that, you can now do your system outprint Professor Oak once more. Terrific. Now that we have made your trainer ID, we shall now proceed to the world of Pokemon. And then now, what you want to say below here, shall we proceed? And if you click no, it'll just take you to restart. We're gonna have two options, either yes or no. So how you do that is same. This first part is a lot of system outprints. So yes, it may be a little bit boring, but the overall of this, how this product will look like, it'll look really cool. So below here, you want to do name 5. Name 5 equals to keyboard.next line. Let the user say something. Okay, let's check how we're doing on time. Alright, so this is it, guys. For the first part, step 2 will be out.